I've loved video games my entire life, but as you get older, your tastes change, your collection grows, and your time becomes more valuable to you. It starts to become harder and harder to decide, like, what you want to sink your teeth into next, you know? And that's about half the reason why I wanted to make a video talking about what I like to do to decide what I want to play next. And if you're on the same boat, hopefully this video helps you. This video has been in and out of the grinder since I saw a similar video talking about the same thing that I really didn't like. Despite the emotional message, it lacked the substance that the title of What to Do If You Don't Know What to Play should provide. He doesn't actually say what to do if you don't know what to play. There's no real way to help yourself decide. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you not to beat yourself up because you can't decide what to play. You should beat yourself up. I'm kidding. See, the problem is you don't feel like playing anything, so you need to figure out how to get that feeling back. Games didn't simply stop being fun because you haven't found something that you're interested in. Life gets exhausting. I work 8 hours a day most days a week. Sometimes that urge to immediately hop on a game just isn't there. Do you just sit and scroll your Steam games library? Do you just put on a YouTube video and get lost in it? More interested in that than actually playing a game? I want to help you narrow down what you like so you can start having fun sooner. Now first, let's ask the funny question, what do you want to play? I know you're probably thinking, why am I here then? I thought you were supposed to be helping with this, and I'm trying. But there's always a place to start, and you have to start with what's in here. What have you played recently that has a sequel that you haven't played? Or similar games? How about the spiritual successor? Or the prequel? Most games that have been made have studios dedicated to making games inspired by those games. It's always worth just browsing the genre tags on Steam of games that you already like and just finding games that look similar. And if you're stuck on the Steam train, I want to give shoutouts to Epic Games and GOG and Xbox Game Pass. GOG and Epic Games for just handing out free games on a semi-regular basis, and Xbox Game Pass just having games constantly coming in and out, making it pretty easy to figure out what to play from there. Because when games are leaving Game Pass, it tells you exactly when, so you can give yourself a goal to beat that game before it leaves Game Pass. Sometimes it's impossible though. Sometimes it'll be like an RPG that you haven't even started, and it's leaving in a week. I don't think you can beat Persona 5 Royal in a week. But because a lot of the games are going to leave Game Pass, it's kind of easy to just prioritize Game Pass games. It's hurry up and beat them all before they all leave. Alright, forget about Game Pass. You don't know what to do with any of the games that you already own. Another place you can look to help you decide is howlongtobeat.com. How Long to Beat is actually why I made my spreadsheet in the first place, because you can just look up any game on there, and it tells you how long it takes to beat them in different styles, main story versus completionist time. Here you can search for any game, or just browse randomly or with filters to find any game and the average time it takes to beat them in different ways. I know length probably influences other people's choices. Like your mom. A game taking less than a day or a whole chunk of your life to complete could be a make or break for some of you. The last thing I look for is games that are sitting in my library that I just don't know. I can't speak for everyone, but I've got plenty of games in my Steam library that I've just scrolled past but never actually sat down and played. So the ultimate way to figure out what to play is to lay out all these games and sit down and try them for a bit. 15 minutes, an hour, chapter 1, a run. Fill your brain with what the game has to offer. In its feel, in its mechanics, in its world. Whatever you need to feel like you've gotten a grasp of it. Play as long as you'd like. You might even like a game so much you accidentally play it for 4 hours. Or even beat it. You're never gonna feel like playing something if you don't know what that feeling is like, or if that feeling is lost on you. There was a time in my life I was so mentally gone I could only play Vampire Survivors. Once I was done with that, feeling mildly satisfied yet empty and aimless, I had to find a new game, and the only way was to dig. I figured the best way to get to the bottom of my taste was to make a 5-tier scale of just about how excited I was to get back to the game. It doesn't have to be 5. The goal isn't exactly to rate the specific nuances of what I like and dislike about the game. It's just to give a general rating of, I like that one. That one wasn't really for me. I loved that one, etc. I picked 5 because I didn't want to lump in the games that I just liked with the games that I loved and with the games that I absolutely needed to play. That's how it is. That's how games can be. Some games are just great, but some games are even better than great. Like, some games you just don't want to put down. You know, maybe you don't feel like playing that genre. Maybe you'd rather chill with a controller than sit crouched over a keyboard. Really, take all those factors into account, because that dopamine rush that you get once you find the right combination of mechanical feel, an interesting story and world design, and satisfying gameplay mechanics, it's unmatched. I didn't love Skyrim until I found myself catching butterflies and picking flowers. I didn't love The Binding of Isaac until I killed Mom and was able to play with mods. Some games are just built with barriers to entry. Now, my last goofy suggestion, if you don't feel like playing any of your Steam games, maybe there's a game in the store that you really want to play. Just buy it. Add it to your collection. This isn't a problem. You don't even have to play it. You can just let it rot. Forever. Thank you for watching. I finally finished my video. I know it doesn't seem like much, but like sitting down and editing has been something I've like fallen out of the habit and feeling of doing for quite a while. And I didn't really realize it until like just now, like opening Premiere Pro again and actually sitting down to edit it. But I really wanted to get this video out because I wanted to start actually like streaming again. Particularly the process of doing this. You know, having my spreadsheet open and spending all day opening up games and trying them and making a tier list of them. Obviously, I'm playing them through to completion. It's just something I've had the idea for a while, and I thought that a video launch to coincide with this new era of streaming was appropriate, you know. You can give it a like, you can subscribe. Not every video is just gonna be me rambling into a camera. I'm sure I'm gonna add like at least some B-roll footage to this, so it's not just me sitting there. You know, I just wanted to open myself up to the idea of doing not so strictly game-oriented videos. I'm also trying to work on deeper dives into music, but that's something that I'm still like working on the formula for. There's a link in the description to my new Discord that I've made to you know, gather up people from this channel. Make something of a community, I think. Chat about games, maybe even play a few of them. You know, the usual. Anyways, stay tuned for more.